Okay, so here it is. The call is on recording, and we have our morals class right now. So, can you all see the screen, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll do it like this only. First, you all listen to this chapter which is going to come. Put a tick mark. The chapters that are going to come are these: The Tale of Two Pebbles, then Jar of Desire, and then The Window Seat. Did you get it? These are the three chapters which we plan to cover. So, The Tale of Two Pebbles, page 48.
Ma'am,
Now,
please tell
this
them.
The Tale of Two Pebbles, then Jar of Desire, and Window Seat. Okay,
Okay.
so here we are. Let's go on. The Tale of Two Pebbles. Now, it's a problem solving story where they are telling you about the problems which day to day person faces. Okay, oh, so we are all on this page. The Tale of Two Pebbles. Now, we all face problems in our daily life. These problems may be big or small, but one thing is for sure, that all problems have solutions. Problem solving is an important skill for life. It means evaluating the problem and finding the best possible solution to solve the problem. Problem solving requires a higher level of thinking and can be developed by enhancing our thinking skills. Read the story to see how the farmer's daughter applied her thinking skills to solve a complex problem. So now here they are telling you that till we are alive, each day we come across big or small problems. Now there are problems always, but for every problem there is a solution. And to solve that problem, the most important thing in life is to evaluate that problem. Evaluate means to measure how much that problem is. Is it a big problem? Is it a small problem? How is it going to affect us? We have to evaluate the problem. Instead of hiding away from it, we should face it. And once we evaluate a problem, we must put on all our efforts in finding a possible solution. Now, to find a possible solution for a problem is our thinking level should be accurate. We should solve a problem by balanced thinking. It needs a lot of thinking skill, and only by developing and enhancing. Enhancing means to inculcate, to really master this art. We need high thinking skills. And for that, once we have the high thinking skills, we can solve any complex problem. Clear? So there are two, three steps that once the problem is there, we need to figure it out by evaluating it. That means by facing it and knowing कि इससे क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है. Then after evaluating, we need our skilled thinking process. And once the thinking process is developed, we can solve any complex problem. And here's a lovely story of a farmer's daughter, how she uses her thinking skills and solves out a complex problem. Let us read it out. Many years ago, in a small village, can you all see? In a small village, in a small Indian village, a farmer had the misfortune of owing a large sum of money to a village moneylender. Now, many years ago, there was a small village in India, and the farmer there who lived had by mistake had asked for a money, for some money from the money lender of that village. And why did he need that? Because he owned a big, huge land. उसके पास एक बड़ा सारा land था, but he had no money to plant and grow crops on it. So he borrowed money. The farmer had lush green fields but had no money to sow the crops of mustard. Therefore, he had borrowed a good sum of money from the moneylender. The moneylender had an eye on the lush and fertile fields of the farmer, so he proposed a bargain. He said he would forego the farmer's debt if he could take over his lush green fields of mustard. So now, this moneylender, he was very clever. He was very shrewd. He said, okay, I'm going to give you the money to get the crops and grow mustard if you want to. But see, I will not take any interest from you if you give me the green, lushy, fertile soil with fields in it, with well fertile crops growing on it to me. Now, both the farmer and his daughter, who loved their fields, were horrified to hear the proposal. Now, obviously, जिस लैंड के लिए वो पैसे मांग रहा है वही पैसे आप दे भी रहे हो और इसके बाद आप कह रहे हो कि आई विल टेक दैट आई विल नॉट गिव एनी इंटरेस्ट टू यू एक्स्ट्रा पैसे नहीं लूंगा तुमसे रिटर्न में अगर तुम मुझे ये फील्ड दे दो so both the farmer and the daughter they were very horrified they were very sad to listen to this proposal so the cunning moneylender suggested that let providence decide the matter. So now this cunning money lender, what he did was he said, okay, let us leave everything on the fate that जो किस्मत में होगा. Providence means let the fate decide the matter. किस्मत होगा. He told them that he would put a black pebble and a white pebble into an empty bag. Then the farmer or his daughter would have to pick one pebble from the bag. Now, he decided for a trick. He said, in an empty bag, I will put two pebbles, one black pebble and the other white. And then the farmer and his daughter, any one of them, can pick out one pebble, and whichever pebble they'll pick out. If they pick out the white one, they will get the field without any money, and the money will be excused. I mean, whatever extra money he was taking as interest would be excused. And if the black pebble comes, then he would take away the land. Now let's see. Since the farmer considered his daughter to be lucky for him, he asked her to pick the pebble on his behalf. The condition laid by the moneylender were if she picked the white pebble, her father's debt would be forgiven. If the girl picked the black pebble, they would have to forego their lush green fields and the farmer's debt would be forgiven. If she refused to pick a pebble, her father would be thrown into the jail. So now these were the clauses which he had put. He said if she picked out a white pebble, the debt, that means the कर्ज जो लिया है वो माफ कर देगा. And if she picked up a black pebble, then they had to give up their green fields. Clear? And if she refused to pick up a pebble, then her father would be thrown into the jail. Now, since the farmer considered her daughter to be lucky, so he asked her to pick up. Okay? They were standing on a pebble-strewn path in the farmer's field. As they talked, the moneylender bent over to pick up two pebbles. As he picked them up, the sharp-eyed girl saw that he picked up two black pebbles and put them into the bag. He then asked the girl to pick a pebble from the bag. So now this cunning money lender, what he did was, instead of picking one black and one white pebble, he bent down from the ground, which was stony ground, which was strewn with pebbles. That means it had all pebbles. Can you see the picture here, where there are pebbles on the ground? So from there, he picked out two black pebbles only. He did not pick a white one, and he quickly kept those both the black pebbles in his bag. But the girl was very sharp. He had an eye on the moneylender. She had an eye on the moneylender, and she saw what this moneylender was doing. Now imagine that you were standing in the field. What would you have done if you were the girl? Now they are saying, now imagine that you are a girl who was standing there, what you would have done. Most probably, we all must have shouted, you see, you are picking up the black pebble. See, both the pebbles are black. But see this girl, she's sharper than both, all of us. What she did was, now take a moment to ponder this. What would you recommend that girl to do to solve her problem? Now, obviously, we all would have said कि नहीं, हम लोग money lender को check कर देंगे, and हम उसे बता देंगे कि see, you are cunning, you have put both the black pebbles. Now, but this girl was sharper. The girl put her hand into the money bag and drew out a pebble without looking at it. She fumbled and let it fall onto the pebble strewn path, where it immediately became lost among all other pebbles. So now what this girl did was, she placed her hand inside the bag. She knew that both the pebbles are black. So she picked up one pebble and quickly, she showed as if by mistake, she threw the pebble down on the street. Now there were so many pebbles on the street that the stone which had fallen, the pebble which had fallen, quickly got mixed up in that. So now, see, oh, how clumsy of me, she said. But never mind. If you look into the bag for the one that is left, you will be able to tell which pebble I picked. So now this girl was very clever. She had thrown the pebble which she had picked up because she knew she both the pebbles are black, and moneylender was being cunning. So she threw the pebble, and she said, "Oh, I'm so clumsy. I made a mistake. I threw the pebble. But don't worry. Let's see. Let's check it in the bag. Whichever pebble is left, that means I threw the other pebble, which was in my hand." The moneylender dare not admit his dishonesty. He had to accept the fact the girl had picked a white pebble because a black pebble remained left in his bag. So see how clever she was. उसने बोला कि चलो अच्छा मेरा पेबल तो गिर गया जो मैंने हाथ से निकाला था. Now let's not worry. देख लेते हैं ना बैग में जो पेबल है वो जिस कलर का है उसके ऑपोजिट कलर का ही तो होगा जो मेरे हाथ में था. So we will know. Now which color was in the bag? The black pebble. So obviously she posed as if it was a white pebble which she had held in her hand. So now the money lender, he had no way. He could not say कि नहीं मैंने तो दोनों black रखे थे. So did you get it? The money lender was cunning, but the girl was sharper. She faced the problem. She knew that the money lender is trying to take away the land. This was a problem. Now she evaluated the problem. If I will choose a black pebble because both the pebbles are black, so how will I be able to deal with the money lender? So what she did, she thought of an idea. Her thinking improved. She worked on her skilled thinking, and she thought of a plan of throwing away the pebble which she had taken out. And then she asked the moneylender to see in the bag which color pebble was left. So now this was a solution to the problem, that she was able to get the land of her choice by checking the bag with the black pebble. Now, let's come to the last paragraph. Using her thinking skills, the girl changed what seemed an impossible solution into an extremely advantageous one. She was quick to evaluate her problem and draw a solution in the given circumstances. This is what is called problem solving. So now this last paragraph is very important. It tells how nice her thinking skills were. She what the problem seemed impossible, she made it possible. What the situation was, according to it, she took advantage of the situation and evaluated her problem. Oh my God, this moneylender is cunning. So, how to deal with this cunning? And then she drew a solution. She came to a solution according to the circumstances which were laid down to her. And now, this particular way of working is called problem solving. कोई भी problem आए, कोई भी दिक्कत आए, उसको solve करने के लिए we need to evaluate, we need to work on it. Coming to the summing up of this. Reflections. Reflections means things which we need to remember, things which we should keep it for lifetime to guide us in anything that we face in our day-to-day life. So let's see. Problems are part of life, but finding solutions to them is the real challenge. There is a solution to every problem, only if we find it. We need to solve our problems and also see them as opportunities for development. On facing a problem, we should evaluate all the available alternatives and then draw the solution. Problem solving involves four steps. Now, the first step they have shown you is this, identifying the problem. This is the first step. You should identify your problem. You should explore कि अच्छा problem क्या है. Then step is exploring different ideas. इसके बाद जब प्रॉब्लम सामने आके खड़ी हुई है तो वी शुड एक्सप्लोर द आइडियाज कि हम क्या जुगत लड़ाएं, क्या काम करें कि ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाए. So we should look for all the possible ideas. Then the third step is weighing up the advantages and disadvantages of each idea. Then whatever ideas have come to our mind, we should evaluate those ideas. Are these going to help? Are these not going to help? Is this particular problem solving idea is good, advantageous, or is it disadvantageous? And after once we have decided, the last step is choosing the best solution. That means coming across the best answer for any problem as a solution. Now put a tick mark on these word meanings. All are to be learned. Then answer the following question. What bargain did the moneylender propose before the farmer? Answer is on the first page here. Mark the answer. The moneylender had an eye on the lush green fertile fields of the farmer, still fields of mustard. Is your answer one. Then question number two. How would it be decided whether the farmer would pay his debt to the moneylender or allow his fields to be taken over by him? Answer 2 is from here in the second paragraph. The say. Leave out so, begin the answer from the cunning. The cunning moneylender dash 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 till here. Pebble from the bag. Mark the answers. I hope you are marking. Yes? Okay. Question number 3.
Yes.
Good. Thank you for responding. Thank you, lovely class, for maintaining the decorum of the class and see how fast the things went. Once you all are good, things go so nicely, and I'm so happy. Coming to the third one. What did the sharp eyed daughter of the farmer see when the money lender was picking up the pebbles to be placed in the money bag? Now, for answer 3, you are supposed to come to the next page. Here, the top line, can you see? The moneylender bent over till bag. Into the bag is your answer 3. Did you get it? Next, keep marking, okay?
Please
What
repeat.
child, the page, can you see the page? The top paragraph
Yes.
from the moneylender till the bag is your answer 3.
Ma'am,
Okay? Yes.
ma'am, ma'am, can you repeat the first one?
Question is given in the book. Answer I'm repeating. I'm repeating the whole answer. Number three. The money
Ma'am,
lender bent.
first.
You can see the video later on. The money lender bent over to pick up two pebbles. As he picked them up, the sharp eyed girl saw that he picked up two black pebbles and put them into the bag. This is the answer number three. Okay, now coming to question number four. What did the farmer's daughter do to find a solution to her problem? Answer. This particular whole paragraph is your answer. The girl put her hand into the money bag and drew out a pebble without looking at it. She fumbled and let it fall into the pebble strewn path where it immediately became lost among all other pebbles. This is your answer number four. Clear? And the last is question 5. Why do you think the daughter did not propose to try another turn in choosing a pebble? So, why did she not try? Come to the last part, the last paragraph here. Using her thinking skills, still problem solving. This whole last paragraph is your answer. She did not give it a second try because she knew that he was cunning. And once he is a person is cunning, he would not listen to the problems anyhow. Now coming to the fill in the blanks.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, we have to do word meanings in copy.
No need to do the word meanings, no need to do the question answers also. It's a great subject. And if you
Okay,
prepare
ma'am.
the lesson, read the lesson three times, even if you learn the answers on your own, if you make the answers on your own, I will be giving you marks. So don't put an extra effort. Just that is
Okay,
why I'm
ma'am.
saying. And trust me, I have been very lenient when I check morals or any grade subject. Why? Because I know my children are busy with other difficult subjects for marks. So for these morals and easy subjects, I be little extra lenient. But yes, I definitely want that you should read the chapter and you should attempt the paper. Okay? Once you
Okay,
attempt it
ma'am.
properly, once you all attempt the paper properly, I am generous enough. If you are making silly mistakes here and there, I do not usually cut intense marks. Okay. I just cut half, or maybe after two, three mistakes I see, then I cut a half mark. Otherwise, most of the time, if I know that my child knows the answer, I try to give them marks. Okay. So don't worry at all about the grade subject. Okay. All I need to do is you should focus on the work, know the chapter well, know the answers, okay, and do them. Okay, coming to fill in the blank. Sorry. Problem solving means first blank is identifying. The word is identifying. See the spelling here? Identifying. First blank is identifying. Number two is depth. DEBT. Depth. Did you get it? Coming to the next one. Third blank is black. Fourth blank is through. THREW. Through. Fifth blank is white and black. First blank of fifth is white and then black. Did you get it? Now, coming to the next one.
Ma'am,
Given
please
below,
repeat the fourth one.
child, can't you see on the screen? Can you see on the screen? Fourth one is through. THREW. Otherwise, don't disturb the class. You can go through the video once again and see the answer finish. Now, given below are the 4 steps of problem solving. Imagine yourself to be the farmer's daughter. How do you think she evaluated the problem and found the best possible solution? So, now, first thing they told you that identifying the problem. Now, underneath, now see, I have not written this answer. So, you all hold a pencil in your hand and start writing right now. Otherwise, you will not be able to, because you'll have to go through the video again and again to know what answer I gave. Now, identifying a problem. So you are a farmer's daughter. Okay. Now, how did you identify the problem? Come on, identifying the problem. Now you are daughter. Okay. I have written here as a farmer, as a mm, mm, in a different way. So what will you write? What was the problem? The answer which I have written is not the answer. Okay. What was the problem? Identifying the problem. Okay, right. चलो लिखो. I knew, KNEW, I knew that the money lender was a cunning man who had kept both the black pebbles in the bag for me to pick, and lose my land. Lose my land. LAND. Okay. I repeat,
Ma'am,
I
please
knew.
repeat.
See, please do not disturb. If you have missed out any word, please come back to the video and go through it. I'm repeating. I knew that the money lender was a cunning man who had kept both the black pebbles in the bag for me to pick and lose my land. Now, exploring different ideas. What did she explore? I quickly, come on, right. I quickly picked up a pebble, picked up a pebble from the bag and threw it on the land, comma, so that the moneylender could not blame, BLAME, blame me. Okay, I repeat, exploring different ideas. Now, for that, you'll write, I quickly picked up a pebble from the bag and threw it on the land so that the moneylender would not blame me. Now, number 3, weighing the advantages and disadvantages of each idea. Right there, I threw the pebble, I threw the pebble as I had seen, as I had seen the moneylender keeping both the black pebbles in the bag from which I had to choose one and save my father from paying the debts. Debts. I repeat, I threw the pebble as I had seen the moneylender keeping both the black pebbles in the bag, comma, from which I had to choose one and save my father from paying the debts. Now, coming to the fourth one, choosing the best possible idea as the solution. Right here, by throwing, by throwing one pebble on the ground, I asked the moneylender to check the color of the pebble left in the bag, comma, to find the solution for the debt, 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 which was due on my father, thus saving my father from the clutches, CLUTCHES, from the clutches of the cunning money lender. Don't get panic. I'll repeat. Okay. I'm repeating the fourth point. By throwing one pebble on the ground, comma, I asked the moneylender to check the color of the pebble left in the bag to find the solution for the debt which was due on my father, full stop, thus saving my father from the clutches of the moneylender. Now, wait a second, I'll send you the picture after I have written. Now, I've written the answer and I'm sending you the picture. Okay, just a second, let me check. Yes. Now, in this, wait, in this, please cut out this part which I've written. Do not copy it. Okay, copy from below here. Okay, did you get it? Children, did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the real image now. Clear? This you can, when you're seeing the video, you can again zoom it if you have missed out anything. Now, moving on to another. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Here, come to question number 4. The moneylender dared not admit his dishonesty. He had to accept the fact that the girl had picked a white pebble because a black pebble remained left in his bag. What dishonesty had the moneylender shown? Now write the answer. The moneylender Just a second. How do I turn it? The money lender had kept both the black pebbles in the bag, comma, instead of keeping one black and another white pebble. This is your 4-1. Okay, the fourth part and the first question. I repeat, the money lender had kept both the black pebbles in the bag, comma, instead of keeping one black and another white pebble. Okay, question number 2. If the farmer's daughter had not dropped the pebble below, what would have happened? Answer. The money lender would have cunningly, cunningly, would have cunningly asked the girl to show her pebble and would have decided their fate accordingly. I repeat, the money lender would have cunningly asked the girl to show her pebble and would have decided their fate accordingly. Now, 4-3. If you were in the girl's place, what would you have done to solve this complex problem? Answer, I would have acted in the same way as the girl did. Full stop. She evaluated her problem and through THROUGH and through balanced thinking, she solved the problem. I repeat, I would have acted in the same way as the girl did. Full stop. She evaluated her problem and through balanced thinking, she solved the problem. Okay. Effective problem solving requires creative skills. We cannot solve the problem using ordinary kind of thinking. It requires advanced thinking. By applying 4 steps of problem solving, try to find solutions to the following problems. Write down your views at each step. Now put a tick mark on 1 and 2. This I want you all to do on your own. This I want you all to do on your own. Yeah? Just write their HW, write their homework, and do it on your own. Clear? Now, since the video will be very long, if